though you're playing every down, and uh, Gerald was saying you're doing some good things. You happy with how you're playing? Do you feel like some of the turnovers that you were so great at creating in Oregon are going to come in time?
Um, yeah, I think I'm playing pretty good. There's always things to improve on. That's why you get better every week. Go and watch the film. Things, I'm in a completely different place than I was when I was at Oregon. Like mostly a different position, so different attributes that I have to work on. And so I think I'm improving on those weekly.
Your responsibilities, how are they different here than the safety spot you played in college?
Well, in the nickel position, it's a lot closer to the ball, so you got to make different decisions and different decisions than being back deep in the post. You just body language, things like that, playing it differently, understanding the keys, things like that.
In terms of the playing time and ability to identify what offenses are trying to do to you, how much has playing and being on the field actually helped you as opposed to just having to study film?
It's done a lot. It gives you like a kind of a real time look. But I think film alone is really the defining factor. And if somebody knows what they're doing, doesn't know what they're doing, seeing the formations and things like that during the week in preparation, and then going out on the field and seeing them in live time, and so you kind of recognize what you're looking at because you've seen it so many times before. And so I think that's when the advantage comes. Basically, when you pair both together, is when you kind of get an advantage.
You're going to talk about how your personality makes it, and you're hearing this for the first time on Zoom. How your personality makes it easy for guys, the veteran guys, to follow you. What in particular do you think is the biggest challenge of being the rookie who's responsible for the defensive calls?
Um, I think beyond just being a rookie in football. I think just in life, speaking to older people as a younger person, you have to be able to earn their respect, and then be able to speak to them as an equal. You know what I mean? Make sure that they know that it's coming from a good place. Anytime I speak to anybody older or anything like that, I always want for them to improve because I hope that they would do the same for me. And so it's basically like passion and love is where I'm speaking from. And so I hope that the guys, have to understand where that's coming from. And so when I do, end up speaking to them or whatnot, they understand that I want them to be the best that they can be, and I hope that they would want that for me too, and would correct me if I'm wrong.
Just
Given that sorry, Barry, given that you didn't play last year, has it surpassed your expectations that you find yourself as a full time starter as a rookie so early in your rookie season?
That's actually a good question. In terms of my expectations, definitely. On the outside looking in, a lot of people are like, you didn't play last year, yada yada yada, whatnot. Really, I just want to come help my team win. That's basically what it was. My team is the Miami Dolphins, and they're putting me in the place that they need me to help the team win. And so I'm just trying to execute what the coaches ask. That's really what it is.
during those moments where you might think about your long-term goals, is your goal to be a long-term NFL starter? Is your goal to be a Pro Bowl caliber safety? What is the personal goal? I know winning obviously supersedes everything, but what's a personal long-term career goal?
Yeah, of course, winning the Super Bowl is like the number one goal. I mean, why? But for me personally, is to be the best I can be, like to reach my limit, really, and try to push past that. And so I don't know what level that is, whether Pro Bowl, Hall of Fame, whatnot. That's looking super for. I don't know, but I just want to be the best that I can be, and know that I'm the best that I can be, so that when my time does come where I have to pass through the league, I wouldn't have any regrets or anything like that, knowing that I gave it all and left it on the field.
When you were growing up and safety or secondary or nickel, I don't know what you considered yourself when you were younger, was the position that you were playing. Who did you grow up admiring, watching, trying to emulate?
So I played DB when I was a kid, and I played receiver. So growing up, I loved Larry Fitzgerald, Randy Moss at receiver, of course. I also played quarterback with Dante Culpepper, but that was a long time ago. But then at DB, my older brother and my dad. My dad played for the Niners, and then my older brother, he's 4 years older than me, so he ended up going to San Francisco City College, Tabor College, and then to the CFL. So that whole time, I'm looking to them to be the best that I can be. My brother being the blueprint, of course, being the oldest child, I was able to kind of ride on his coattails, understanding what he did right, what he did wrong, where I can go to try to improve myself. And so, I just want to give a quick shout out to my brother and my dad for, kind of being those two guiders, Northern Stars for me to be able to get to the path that I am today. So without those two, I really wouldn't be here. But yeah, definitely those two.
Got a non-football question for you. I don't know if you saw, but there was a massive snowstorm in Canada earlier this week.
Oh, wow.
So I wanted to ask you: is the snow and snowstorm something you enjoy growing up there, or are you not like fully embracing the South Florida experience, which comes with no more snowstorms?
I've been in a lot of climates. Major snowstorms and super hot weather are two of the extremities. I think those are both my favorite. I did grow up a lot in California, so like in Pleasanton where I live, there was like a drought for like 2 years, and it was hot all the time in the winter and whatnot, and I loved it. And then now I'm down here and it's super hot, and I love it too. You know, I feel like I've adapted really well. But being in Canada, like on Christmas, Thanksgiving, when it's blizzard outside, like there's really nothing like it. Honestly, it just gives you the whole Christmas vibe. So, yeah.
Do your dad or brother watch your game every week and give you a critique?
Oh, absolutely. My dad can't wait till I pick up the phone and call him. Yeah, he's got notes and everything. He's fully into it. Yeah,
How elaborate are the notes?
they're pretty detailed. My dad's a ex-player, ex-coach, and he's a personal trainer also. So he's always watching the game. My dad's crazy pretty much. If you ever talk to him, he's crazy. But he's one of the best football minds that I've ever met in my life. Not just saying that just because he's my dad, but just because now that I know the level of talent it takes to get here and the detail that the coaches have, like I was growing up with that, and so that I feel like he's always been that type of person. From putting a whiteboard on the window and us drawing up plays when I'm like 7 years old, not really knowing what's going on. And I hated when DirecTV made the rewind and the remote because he was rerunning plays on Sunday, like watching them over and over again. Yeah, bro. Dude, bro, it was terrible. It was terrible. But to detail, like if something happened, he would pause and rewind it. What is this corner doing? So, yeah. But I thank him for that. I didn't know at the time that he was preparing me for this, but